Is it .750 or 55?
128750.
Actually, I see 2 more people that spawn that aren't showing up as the tail numbers. It says in a zero code.
Is there any way to do FS UIPC? I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, FS UIPC should be free.
Well, I installed it and I just didn't register, so I don't know if that'll like enable the stuff I need.
November 80 Echo, I hear you 5x5.
As far as I remember, registering doesn't do anything. So they're probably taking off to the south today at Waco.
So we should expect a downwind departure.
Yeah, the question is, I guess it left downwind or right downwind?
Start the briefing in 1 minute.
Given the runway over there, I'd expect a left downwind, but we can be sure.
Looks like a KSPS, one of the 50.
Probably going to be a right downwind. It doesn't want to put us in the...
November 80 Echo, how do you hear?
Towards airspace. And then that's where we gotta go, but we'll see.
It doesn't say anything about left or right pattern, so I think we have to assume it's left.
Oh, he did put up in units.
It is 8 o'clock Eastern on the East Coast. Everybody, we're gonna start. So let's get started. First of all, I want to say thank you.
I'll hear you at all. Number 940.
As always, for coming to the events. I've been talking about how this is the big one all day. Hopefully, it will be the big one so far. It looks like.
November 80 Echo, how do you hear?
So we're doing 3 airports tonight. Going to.
Let me see my audio set up quickly. This will.
Texas, Denton Municipal, if you will. If you guys don't already have the text briefing open, I'd recommend you do that. If you go to the events channel, the link should be all over there. If you could open that up, I would greatly appreciate it because you're going to follow along. We're going to go mostly through the text there, and we're going to talk about the specifics. In terms of aircraft for tonight, any GA prop aircraft, preferably not turboprop, would be appreciated, and it is perfectly VFR weather, so let's, there's a few guys that said they might want to do
my check for number 940.
VFR this evening because it is severe clear.
November 940 Echo, I hear you 5.
So we will be getting ATC.
I hear you. So I had my speakers for best for different.
Staffed up for us accordingly. So let's make sure that we give them the work that they desire as a thank you for being on the way that they are. Would be very much appreciated. So let's go through some more notes here. Obviously, real world weather perfectly fine since it's VFR. There's no reason to not use it today. Make sure you're familiar and comfortable with the airspaces. You should have done that prior to the event because there is a few airspaces that you're going to have to avoid, especially those coming from Waco. There's quite a bit that you're going to have to work through on your way through the Bravo there to get up there, and we'll talk about that in a second. Make sure you have Virtue Safe Flying Club in your remarks of your flight plan. Please do make sure to file VFR flight plans because that's the only way that they're going to be able to know that I'll be able to know that you are part of the event traffic, and also you have to file at Wichita Falls for sure because otherwise it'll put you on the ground at the Air Force Base instead of the airport, or the other Shepherd Field, whatever, instead of Wichita Falls, which is interesting that VATSPY does that. It'll help with me being able to write down all the names for the contest. Gonna try and get this briefing wrapped up by 8:15 so we can get departures rolling by then. It's not a long flight to Denton. So I do recommend that once you get down to Denton that you fly back and do a return flight to one of the other departure airports since they did have the staffing for us. At that point you can do it at your leisure. You can go VFR, IFR, flight following, no flight following. That's up to you. The event leg is the first leg. I do recommend doing a second leg, but that'll be entirely at your discretion how you do it, where you do it, why you do it. Let's look specifically at the routes, so if you want to pull up Sky Vector to follow along, that's going to be helpful for each of the ones. The first one we're going to go through is Wichita Falls. So Wichita Falls, you're going to take off, go pretty much directly south, and join I-278, which goes southeastbound until you reach the Decatur Airport, which is Lima Uniform Delta. And from there, you'll turn directly to Denton. Make sure you stay below the Dallas-Fort Worth Class Bravo airspace, and the cruise altitude for you guys is 3,500 feet. That's a pretty easy one. Just follow the road to Decatur and turn direct. Nothing too crazy about going out of Wichita Falls. Waco is the difficult one. Waco, you're going to start out flying northeast from Waco to I-35 and follow that north. Over the city of Alvarado at Highway 67, descend to below 3,000 feet because that will keep you under the DFW Class Bravo. You want to be careful of the Burleson and Arlington Class Charlie. You want to, I believe are they Charlies or Deltas? I think they are Class Deltas, so you're going to want to make sure you avoid those two Class Delta airports. So you're going to want to be pretty much right in between them. You will fly directly over Lake Arlington, so that'll be a good visual cue. You want to continue north, descending below 2,000 for the next part, so that you continue to remain under the Bravo there. And make sure you remain clear of the Alliance Class Delta to the west. Make sure you head west for the end of Grapevine Lake. Keeping the lake out your right window, you should be able to enter, and it looks like it's going to be the downwind for runway 18 because it's going to be pretty much south departures and arrivals for all the airports this evening. And then from Tyler, Texas, you're going to fly north out of Tyler to join I-220 northwestbound until reaching Terrell, which is the Tango Romeo Lima Airport. You're going to turn towards Lake Ray Hubbard, fly north along the lake until about Abilene Hall Rockwell, which is F-46 Airport. You can fly a little bit further north. It might be easier to go a little bit further north of that on Lake Ray Hubbard before you make the turn towards Lake Louisville to make sure you're absolutely going to stay clear of the Class Bravo at the 2,500 feet at which we're going for this leg. From Lake Louisville, then you're just going to go direct into Denton. And again, 2,500 for the cruise there. And that's in terms of the specifics for each airport. Make sure you use Sky Vector. And again, those are suggested routes. If you need to go a little bit off course, or you get a little bit lost, or you want to fly a different way, that's entirely up to you. However, you need to be mindful of the classes of airspace, and the flight following will help out with that. ATC is going to be able to keep you guys in check on whether or not you're getting too closer to a different airspace, and maybe even give you clearance into one if you need one. So the flight following will definitely be useful in that respect. There is the gift card drawing tonight. You have to be a member, so if you are a Virtual USA Flying Club member, there you have the potential, if you're flying in the event tonight, to win a $25 Amazon gift card courtesy of myself. I will do the random drawing once the event concludes. At some point this evening, I will make sure I post the winner in the Discord, and I will get in touch with you privately whether you go off and I have to deal with talk to you tomorrow about it, or if I can get a hold of you tonight. Either way, I'll make sure you do get that prize when it happens. It looks like the data servers are working just fine, so I should be able to pull all the names off of AtSpy, so I'm not super worried about that. Otherwise, definitely start getting yourselves loaded up, because the ATC looks like they're on and ready. And again, as always for all of our events now, make sure you're adhering to the event etiquette rules. There is quite a few new guys flying with us tonight, so I will just go through them real quick. They are: maintain professionalism on the network, maintain situational awareness, listen to and comply with ATC, since we are going to be working with plenty of ATC this evening. Make sure you're adhering to all the airspace rules. Don't go busting any Bravos, Charlies, or Deltas tonight, guys. That's something that we want to keep in check. Adhere to the FARs, so no going super fast tonight. I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with the going 250 below 10, so let's try and keep that in check as well. We're doing the briefing now, that's fine. Aircraft, you guys all should be in a relevant aircraft. I don't see any issues with that. No aerobatics or anything crazy like that, guys, for the event. It is up to you whether or not you want to do a full stop landing, a touch and go at Denton, and if you're going to just do a touch and go and then maybe go to one of the departure airports again and doing a full, instead of doing a full stop, that is entirely up to you. Family friendly language during the events, because I am streaming. There are some other people that do stream occasionally. Sometimes we have a couple of the more mature folks on here have their sons or daughters listening in on what we're doing, so definitely no cursing if possible. I understand everyone slips now and then, but please try and make sure you use the family friendly language. And the big one right there is to keep the conversation down during the event. And since we're going to be in 3 different channels, there really won't be just a conversation channel tonight. We are all in focused on the event because these are not long legs. So all the conversation needs to be relative to the event. It needs to be kept down to a minimum this evening. As long as those are adhered to, everyone should be good. We should do good in terms of doing right by ATC tonight, since once again I want to thank DFW, our tech, for staffing up as well as they have for us. Are there any general questions?
Expected to go into our relative fingers channel after this?
So that's the thing I was going to talk about after questions. There are the different channels, the 3 different channels. I've labeled them with the airport that you're departing out of. So once this finishes up and once we go through any questions, we're going to disperse. If you're flying out of Waco, you would go into the fingers channel. It is labeled ACT. If you're going to Tyler, you're going to be staying in this channel with me. You're going to be in 2IR. If you're flying out of SPS, you'll go into the CTAP channel. It is labeled SPS. But we'll wait until after the briefing is over before we make the split. I will be in charge of the group flying out of Tyler. Wes will be in charge of the group flying out of Waco. And Jeffrey will be in charge of the group flying out of Wichita Falls. So those will be the guys to talk to in terms of the admin leading the way at those specific channels when it gets to there, for any of your needs specifically from those airports. Are there any general questions?
Nope.
Alright, if there are no general questions, you are free to split up into the channels where you're going to be departing out of. The first person to depart out of each channel is going to be the team leader. So the first person to be taking off out of Tyler will be myself. The first person departing out of Waco will be Wes. The first person departing out of Wichita Falls will be Jeffrey. Be courteous to get into the line after that. Try not to step on each other on ATC. Let's go one at a time. Let's try to keep it clean tonight. And I'll be making sure I keep track of the names as best I can. In terms of the contest, I'll be doing a lot of double taking on VATSPY and all that to get everyone's name on the list. If there are, again, no more questions, you're free to go into your specific channel.
I got one.
Sure, go ahead.
I guess Waco, it seems like an easy choice, but I guess there is approach departure. If we're gonna get flight falling, do we have the recommended frequencies already?
So you're gonna have at least a tower or ground in a tower at all the airports currently right now, so that controller is gonna be able to get you going in terms of what the departure frequency is gonna be. So you shouldn't have any.
I figured. Looks like there's
Waco,
a
you're
Waco ground.
probably ground .9.
Tower just came on too in Shepherd.
I see ground and tower at Waco, I see ground and tower at Shepherd, I see a tower, at least for now, at Tyler. The approaches are on for all 3, as well as an approach and tower and ground for Denton. The approach for Denton is going to be under Fort Worth approach. Alright, so there's all the ATC should be good to go in that. Again, if you are all set and there's no further questions, you can split up into your appropriate channel for where you're going to be departing out of. Time to get loaded up on the network, and let's get moving.
Well, we're ready to get moving here. We've had the Robin fired up here for a few minutes, kind of letting the engine warm up and getting ourselves ready to head out of Tyler. We're in that leg, and that was our host, Mike Sinante, the founder of the Virtual USA Flying Club. And today it's a bit of a unique event. First off, hey Kenny Monster, how are you? Good to see you. But we have 3 fields that we're departing from. We are here at Tyler. Some folks are coming out of Waco, and some folks up here Wichita Falls, and we're all heading to Denton. Delta Tango Oscar. Looks like we have 20 people loaded up right now getting ready to head in there. So appreciate the Fort Worth ATC coming online tonight and providing coverage. We've muted the Discord stream. We're going to head over to Tower and listen for, maybe that's Mike already rocking and rolling. We're pretty well ready to go, but we'll wait for him. He's the first guy out, and then we're going to follow him at some point. I don't know what order we're going to be in exactly, but we're not too fast, so if we could get a little maybe a little bit up toward the front, that might be good for us, or way to the back. All right, here's the intended route for this first leg. Again, Tyler to Denton, and we're going to be flying VFR flight following. We're going to depart north. We're going to pick up. This is I-20. We're going to follow I-20 to Terrell, and then from Terrell, we're going to kind of keep generally heading the same direction to. This is which lake is this? Hall Rockwell. We'll hit Hall Rockwell. We'll follow the lake north. There is an airfield here. No, this isn't Hall Rockwell Lake, but anyway, whatever this first lake is, Lake Ray Hubbard. That's right. Hall Rockwell is the.
And 8 Echo, are you going to want flight following today?
Is the airfield will turn, and from there we will head on about a 290. We'll look for Lake Louisville, and Lake Louisville will take us into Denton. It looks like we'll be landing to the south today, so probably a left-hand pattern to 18 or 17 for us into Denton. And then I am planning on making a second leg. I am going to plan, we're going to go Denton to either, well, I was thinking Waco, but it's a little bit of a, Waco is basically due south as you saw there. It's a little bit of a crazy deal through there. So.
Alright, Tyler Tower, good evening. Mooney 124 Mike Charlie
make
over
that
at the
decision
SBO would like to request taxi VFR to Denton with flight following. Number 124 Mike Charlie Pounds Tower, howdy, runway 22, taxi via Charlie, and for your flight following, squawk 7067. 22 via Charlie 7067 for Mike Charlie.
Tower, hello, Robin 11816, also over at the FBO with the weather. Would like to request flight following. We're ready for taxi. We're going to be heading to Denton as well.
Number 11816 Pounds Tower, roger. Runway 22, taxi via Charlie, and your code for flight following 7042.
7042, Robin 816. We'll let Mike get himself going here first.
Tyler Tower, Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee IFR to Denton.
7042. There we go.
Number 7544 Yankee Pounds Tower, cleared to Denton Airport. Your air vectors, Cedar Creek VOR. Maintain 9,000. Departure will be approach 128.75. Squawk
22 via Charlie.
Departure cleared to Denton by the Cedar Creek VOR, and then filed. We'll climb between 9,000 departures is 120.75 and 705 in the box. 7544 Yankee.
Take a bird's eye view here. I don't know that anyone's. Oh, yep, there's our guy out there for us, so we're ready to go ahead and taxi.
And remember, 124 Mike Charlie, wind 2108, runway 22, clear for takeoff, straight out departure approved.
Just a quick taxi here.
Clear for takeoff for 4 Mike Charlie, and if we could, we'd like to get a right downwind departure to the northwest. 4 Mike Charlie, roger. Right downwind departure approved. Right downwind approved, 4 Mike Charlie.
Right downwind, okay, sounds good. We'll follow him. That's going to turn us back to the north.
188 Alpha Tango, we have the weather at the airport. We'd like to go taxi and go in VFR flight following to Denton as well.
Looks like we are number 2 for departure.
And 118 Alpha Tango, say aircraft type.
Sorry, 188 Alpha Tango, we're Cessna 172, ready for taxi.
188 Alpha Tango, roger. Runway 22, taxi at Charlie, and squawk
we'll hang here
7045.
and just kind of finish making sure everything is ready to go
188
here.
Alpha Tango.
Number 124, Mike, Charlie, contact Pro 128.75. We'll see it.
12875 for Mike Charlie.
Well, welcome everybody again. Lots to choose from tonight in terms of streams. I know Jet Pilot Cinnamon is streaming. I know that our friend Slan Alpha Adventure is streaming, and wouldn't surprise me if a few more of the Virtual USA Flying Club guys were streaming tonight. So hopefully you'll have a chance to kind of peruse around.
435, short of hotel, departing westbound.
Be ready to stop in and say hello to everybody.
Number 86435, Pounds Tower, runway 22, taxi via hotel. Any wanting flight following today?
22 via hotel, and yeah, I'll put up, I haven't put up my flight plan yet, but we'll be going flight following.
All right, well, I've got, it looks like a King Air in front of us. Kenny, yeah. Yeah, could be one of those.
Yankee, ready to taxi.
Seven 544 Yankee, check your squawk 7057, runway 22, taxi via Charlie.
What's our squawk in 225 Charlie, 7544 Yankee.
I don't know, maybe I need to go around this guy. And Tyler Tower, Robin 816, we're short of, a little ways away from runway 22. Looks like we might be behind a King Air. I don't know if you're in contact with him or not, but we're ready for departure.
Piper, I'm sorry, Robin 816, Roger, runway 22, clear for takeoff, make right downwind departure.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22, we'll make a right downwind departure, Robin 816. All right, there you go, ask and ye shall receive. Wonder if that's the guy trying to talk to him right now. Not sure here.
Yankee, hold position right now. You're going to have a Robin come left to right, departing 22.
I don't know if he maybe was doing the run up.
Robin 7544 Yankee, no problem.
All right, here we go. Instruments free, correct. Fuel quantity verified. Elevator trim is set for takeoff. FedEx have been tested.
9480 Echo. I'm just getting static from you, sir.
Down and then to takeoff. Those are working appropriately. Fuel pump will come on. Lights is required. We'll turn the flash on. We will turn the pitot heat on. We'll turn the landing lights on. All right, there we go. Maybe put the noise canceling earphones on here once we get airborne. For 75.
Tango, holding short, number 2. We're ready for departure though.
For 188, Alpha Tango, Roger. Yeah, that King Air in front of you is showing off the grass for me. Runway 22, line up and wait.
2 line up and wait, 88 Alpha Tango.
Okay, we are making progress. We're going to go right down during departure.
Yeah, I might check out. I just changed my headphones because it wasn't working that much.
80 Echo, got you 5x5 now. Good.
Thank you. Can we look for the taxi?
How's it to go, boy? It's a little windy here. We'll turn downwind and start heading
And
north.
remember 9480 Echo, runway 22, taxi via Charlie, and are you looking for a flight following today?
2,500 is altitude we're looking for. By the way,
we're
no
looking for flight following for
webcam tonight, and the main reason for that is I'm going to be munching down on some tacos
0 Echo, Roger,
while I make this flight.
7064.
604.
If I get done,
remember 9480
I'll turn it back on, and we'll have some fun.
Remember 11816, contact approach 128.75, have a good flight.
2875, November 11816, we'll see you.
44 Yankee, sorry about that.
2875. I'm going to get my autopilot on first here because it's a little squirrely right now.
Pounds Tower, Skymaster 435, short of 22 at hotel, ready to go.
8435, Roger.
I'll somehow set that at
short 22.
2,600.
And remember 188 Alpha Tango,
So
wind
I'm going to
210
turn
base,
and we're going to go
22, quick
30
takeoff,
or
make
360.
right downwind.
Right down departure, clear takeoff,
Take
22,
my
188 Alpha Tango.
Yeah, down one.
And remember 86435, what's your aircraft type, sir?
Cessna 337 Skymaster for 86435.
Power back. I do need to get hold this guy 12875.
Number 86435, Roger, runway 22, line up and
And
wait.
I apologize. I know the
Runway 22, line up and wait, 425.
noises are a little bit extreme. I'll get that adjusted in just a second. And if I clicked over here, I got the noise canceling. There we go. Maybe not. All right, we'll have to cheat a little bit here. Sorry about that. Master sounds, just going to bring them all down here a little bit. Pretend we have the Bose.
Cessna 435, just check your
There we go.
transponder 7071.
All right. Approach, good evening, November 11816, 2,500 heading 360.
November 11816, following approach, radar contact 2500. Proceed on course, maintain VFR.
On course, maintain VFR, November 11816. All right, so speaking of on course, it looks like I am seeing my first big waypoint here, the Interstate 20. Yep, I think that's I-20. We're going to run into a little bit of lighting issues tonight, aren't we? A little bit later than I thought I had set, but I guess it is.
Mooney 124, Mike Charlie, contact
6 o'clock down there in Texas as well.
Have a nice flight.
12047 for Mike Charlie. Have a good one.
All right. We're going to just kind of get on our way here, and then we'll pop the autopilot off and hand fly this thing. It's a fun plane to hand fly. And if you've been following along with the series, by the way, this is day 8 of the 20 planes in 20 days celebration. It was supposed to be the King Air tonight, King Air 350 from Airfoil Labs, but we decided to make a last-minute change just to find something that was a little bit more VFR friendly, I guess. And yeah, I think this is about the only thing I have left that can fly this type of route. So we moved the King Air back to the 19th, by the way, just so you know. And I'm going to go about 28 on the manifold pressure. Like that should be pretty good at keeping everything in the green. Let's take a look here at what's happening on the outside. Yeah, look at that little bird. One more. Didn't get one on the takeoff. Nice. Very nice. Got those crazy bent up wings, but you know, so be it. Every plane has their thing, right? No, I guess that's just again one of those performance deals. And I've really enjoyed
Gregg County Tower
this plane. This has been it's been a fun plane. It's a free plane from Aerobasque. So really nice G1000. It's the default G1000, but it's pretty nice, I think. Of course, I don't use it that often. This has always been more of a, you know, VFR type of plane for me. But it is nice to have that in case you need it. Shouldn't need it tonight, but just in case. Yeah, Kenny, that's coming up, right? That's like the next stream, if I remember right. Yeah, tomorrow, the L1011. Dun, dun, dun. I went back and looked, Kenny, and I have not flown that thing since I wrecked it in, oh gosh, heading into Kansas City, I think. So it's time for redemption. It is a distant, this is a distant cousin to the Corsair because of its curved wings. There you go. I like that. I like that. All right, so I-20. We'll stay on I-20 until we get to, just looking at this briefing again, until we get to Terrell, Tango Romeo Lima. Then we're going to go find Lake Ray Hubbard, which is essentially on route here. Might be a little bit of a turn to the north, but the direction that the interstate is heading is the direction we're going to just essentially continue to head. And we do have the benefit here, the ability to look down at this to help us out as well. And I'm not opposed to that as well. I think, you know, for the most part, we're looking out the window, looking around, maintaining VFR, make sure we're not running into anybody. But I don't mind peeking down there, making sure we're heading towards a lake or a particular, you know, airfield.
Longview departure, Skymaster 86435, 2,500.
Last aircraft calling, say again.
Longview departure, Skymaster 86435, VFR 2,500.
Skymaster 86435, Longview departure, radar contact 2,500. Proceed on course, maintain VFR.
On course, maintain VFR, Skymaster 435.
That is one of the things I really like about these events is just the variety of different aircraft that you have. I think there's a Mooney out in front of us. I think that's what Mike is in. I know our friend Downwind Sim is flying the Mooney. I think he's also departing from Denton. And then, of course, you have the Skymaster. I know there's at least one other person in the Robin. Oftentimes, you'll even see the DC-3. Not
Longview departure. Good evening.
Traditional VFR
Twin Cessna
airplane.
7544 Yankee. It's passing through 1,650 for 9,000.
Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee. Longview departure, radar contact 1,800. Maintain 9,000. Proceed direct to Charlie, Quebec, Yankee, VOR.
Roger, climb, maintain 9,000. Clear direct the Cedar Creek, VOR. Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee.
Kind of back-to-back nights for really, really nice sunsets, guys. Yeah, we flew into Fargo last night and just caught the tail end of a late afternoon, early evening sky. Dodged some icing conditions and otherwise had a really good time. And here we go again tonight with another brilliant sunset, although this is a Texas sun, so I'm watching for thunderstorms and things like that, but it's severe clear tonight, so we'll take that.
Longview approach, bearing 514 Delta Victor to 2,300, going to 3,000.
Bearing 514 Delta Victor, Longview departure, radar contact 2,300. Proceed on course, maintain VFR.
Proceed on course, VFR, 514 Delta Victor, thanks.
Well, there you go.
Magic for the 930, cool.
Got a Cessna 210, it sounds like, and then that's our friend Slant Alpha. And he'll be in, of course, the Beach Baron. So what do we had? 4 check-ins and 4 different airplanes.
November 11816, contact Fort Worth Center 120.47. Have a nice flight.
120.47, November 11816. We'll see you.
See you. Baron 4 Delta Victor traffic at your 11, correction, 10 to 11 o'clock. Altitude indicates 2,000.
We're looking for him, 514 Delta Victor.
Center, good evening. Robin, November 11816, 2,500 flight following eastbound, or sorry, westbound.
November 816, have Fort Worth Center, Major's altimeter is standby.
Oh, didn't like that pause there.
November 816, the Major's altimeter 2976.
76, November 816. Little tiny adjustment, but we'll go ahead and make it.
Fort Worth Center, good evening, Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee, level 9,000.
Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee, at Fort Worth Center, welcome. The DFW altimeter is 275.
Yeah, for sure that guy's going to be passing me up, but he's clear up at 9,000. He may not, because he's actually IFR, and they're kind of, the route into Denton is a little farther south. So he'll get there before us, but we're not in line with where he's flying. Not sure about Delta Victor in the Baron. He's clearly going to be faster than we are, but he may also be flying IFR. Not sure.
Fort Worth Center, Skymaster 86435, VFR 2500.
Skymaster 435, Fort Worth Center, Major altimeter 2976.
2976, Skymaster 435.
That Skymaster is kind of cool. That's that has a standard propeller and then another one in the back that's a pusher propeller, push-pull configuration. Pretty cool plane. I think they can boogie a little bit too. Anybody know? Kenny, you know the specs? Let's find out here. Yeah, cruising at about 144. You can get it all the way up to almost 200. Oh man, almost 20,000 feet too. Pretty impressive plane. Just different, unique. I kind of like those planes. I need to see if I've got what I have in this plane for lighting. Let me look at that, do a little homework here.
Yeah. Might check for number 940, Dallas Fort Worth.
West aircraft calling, peak call sign.
Number 940.
Number 80 Echo, Fort Worth Center, Major altimeter 2976.
2976, altimeter.
Looks like I've found those internal lights, and I maybe have them turned up as far as I can go. I guess we'll just kind of have to see as it gets darker, you know, how it how things light up. Right now it feels like a few of these spots are a little bit on the dark
435,
side.
traffic at 12 o'clock in 5 miles. Robin, DR40, same altitude, same direction. You got 49 overtake, 4 traffic inside.
Okay, we're looking for that traffic right now. We'll offset right a little bit. Skymaster 435.
We'll move a little to the left here for that twin Cessna.
Robin 81 Sierra, contact nearby frequency 135.75.
3575, Robin 816.
Twin Cessna 435, contact VMI frequency 135.75.
And center, hello again, Robin 816, 2,500 flight follow.
Robin 8164.
So when you do a contact me on a second frequency, like what just happened there,
135.75.
do you have to check in with your altitude and everything, or can you just check in with your call sign? I would think you'd already know where you're at, what your altitude is, what your intentions are, but I don't know the specifics for that.
Cessna 435, are you on my frequency?
Somebody on stream knows and can let me know. Felt kind of redundant checking in with everything again, but I just did it just because. All right, my tacos have been sufficiently devoured. Hey, yeah.
Number 86435, forward center.
And we're going to go ahead and fly for a little bit here. See how well we can get it trimmed out. And all that good stuff. Should be coming up on Denton here pretty soon, I would think. I didn't set my timer. But this leg was only about probably 50 miles or so.
Air 514 Delta Victor Fort Worth Center, the major's altimeter 2976.
That's kind of cool. You can hear him talking to other traffic on
Forward
the
center, Skymaster
other
86435,
center frequency.
Yes, Skymaster 435 forward center. Baron 97 Whiskey, major's altimeter 2976, maintain visual separation with the traffic.
My poor flight director doesn't know what to do right now. Maybe just turn it off. It's kind of like, that's not straight and level. All right,
Number 86435, traffic at 12 o'clock, 4 miles, same altitude. Robin, DR40, report traffic in sight.
I'm looking for traffic, Skymaster 435.
I think I see an airfield in sight. I'm guessing that's going to be Denton. As I look at the sectional, I do see where it appears at Denton that the interstate does split.
28 Hotel Sierra regional approach, maintain
Right
VFR
here.
majors altimeter
That
276.
split. Hey, Mooney Hotel Sierra, that's our friend Downwind Sim. He's finally in the air.
Number 44 Yankee, contact regional approach, 124.3.
We're going to want to stay on this right-hand fork here. That takes us towards Hubbard Lake.
Number 11816, contact regional approach 124.3.
2430, November 11816. We'll see you.
Number 86435, contact regional approach 124.3.
124.3 so long. Commander 435.
Good evening, Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee level at 9,000 feet.
He's already ahead of me now.
Sierra 11816, regional approach, now south altimeter, Sierra 74.
November 11816, I think that was Twin Cessna checking in, but we're also here at 2,500. Hello.
Sierra 11816, roger, my apologies, sir. And now south altimeter, Sierra 74.
74.
And who's the Twin Cessna checking in?
Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee.
Twin Cessna 7544 Yankee, regional approach, roger, DFW altimeter, correction, 2975.
All right. Tyler? Or no, Terrell, Texas. Right on the outskirts of Dallas-Fort Worth area here. But we're now looking for the Lake Ray Hubbard, and I think I see it right there off our weather clock.
Approach helicopter care flight 9, 1,500.
Ooh, moon's come out.
Care flight 9, regional approach, roger, just confirm your call sign, sir.
Care flight 9.
I show 429
Traffic
Charlie
looks pretty
Foxtrot.
light.
Yep, that's us. Care flight 9.
Care 429 Charlie Foxtrot, regional approach, walk 2350.
Just about to lose the sun, and the
Care flight 9.
bad part of that is we are still needing to find one more lake, essentially on our way. And
116 turn
yeah, I guess I didn't get that problem fixed, did I? Had it fixed for a while.
Regional approach, Skymaster 86435, VFR 2,500.
I'm going to go back to autopilot and take a look at just one little quick setting here. I have an idea.
435, regional approach, fourth altimeter, Sierra 74, turn 15 degrees right, vectors traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles, same direction, 2,500.
Let's get back down.
15 right, looking for traffic, Skymaster 435.
Here.
Again, magic for number 948 vehicle, please.
Alright, there you go.
9480 Echo, regional approach, taken.
Hang tight for a second. I'm going to check the setting here, see if I can do something about that extra large volume problem.
November 11816, regional approach, turn 15 degrees left, vectors for traffic coming up behind you, sir.
15 left for traffic, November 816.
Center 429, Charlie Foxtrot, radar contact 13 miles northwest of McKinney Airport. The McKinney altimeter 2975, maintain VFR outside of the Bravo.
2975 will be outside the Bravo. 42 Foxtrot.
754 Yankee, descend and maintain 5,000.
Okay, here's what I did in case you have the same problem.
544 Yankee.
We've got a little bit of an update, I think, from the audio for VATSIM. So there's a new choice up here. It used to be that we would just do disable realistic radio effects, but now you have this VHF equalizer. I had tried it on the wide VHF,
Mike Charlie, contact Denton.
which gives you this deeper sound.
Just about to call the field in sight, 1995.
We're going to go back to the narrow, which is, we call it Legacy.
November 948 Echo, regional approach to
Gives
check
it
in.
more of a tinny kind of a sound.
9480 Echo, regional approach, roger.
Alright, we need to figure out where this guy is, because we need to turn north up the lake here.
2974.
Regional approach, November 11816.
November 11816, regional approach.
Yeah, we'd like to turn north on Lake Ray Hubbard. I haven't been able to find the traffic though, so I was going to just check and see if we'd be able to make that turn.
11816, yep, the traffic would be behind you, sir. He was coming up behind you pretty quickly, and you can proceed northbound.
Much appreciated. Northbound for 11816.
November 9 Charlie Foxtrot, just confirm you are a helicopter, is that correct?
429 Charlie Foxtrot, affirmative, Bell 429.
Alright, we're going to just keep our eyes peeled though as we make the turn.
November 940 Echo, confirm your VFR.
And we want to head up this lake.
November 940 Echo, regional approach.
Now we're looking for, should be a,
90480 Echo, verify you are VFR.
Yes, we're VFR.
should be a small airport over here that we want to look for. I kind of see maybe some lights out there.
Cessna at 2500,
it is
report the traffic in sight.
The rock wall. Hall Rock Wall has a single runway running north-south. So as I look at that, that's kind of what I'm seeing.
And 6 miles, 1 o'clock, and 6 miles. The 11816 aircraft is at your 12 o'clock.
Roger, we have sight.
80 Echo, roger.
Turn just a little bit further north here,
Follow the traffic.
just to get a look at that airfield. And when we hit that airfield, we need to be turning on a roughly a 290 heading. So we'll keep that.
514 Delta Victor is level at 2,800 and change.
514 Delta Victor, regional approach, roger. Down south on altimeter 2974.
2974, 514 Delta Victor.
All right. I want to go back and hand fly a little bit here.
Number 1097 Whiskey, regional approach. The Dallas South altimeter 2975, maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
All right, here we go. That definitely looks to me like an airfield. Yep.
Yeah, that's
so
traffic 12 o'clock.
When we get a beam
miles,
of that.
A diamond 2,500.
Oh, we got a diamond too. Cool.
Yeah, the traffic in sight.
Roger.
Very nice. That's definitely going to be quicker than what we're flying. All right, we'll kind of get across this bridge here, I think. That's listed on the sectional. Actually, a couple different bridges here listed, but I don't have a name for either one of them. I think what we'll do is there's a second shorter bridge that's just up ahead. I think when we hit that bridge, we'll make our turn and head on that 290, and with any luck, we have about 30 miles or so, and there's Lake Louisville that we're looking for. There's also the Lakeville Airport that's on the way. In fact, there's a lot of smaller airfields in the neighborhood too that could either help or hurt depending on if you know the area, which I do not.
Regional approach Douglas, November 341 Alpha, level 2,500.
There's our DC-3.
341 Alpha,
So
regional
second bridge.
Yep.
2974. 2974.
Start our turn over the city
November
here.
11816, traffic will pass over you. Bonanza 3000 effector.
11816. You get 3,000.
Echo, you still have that traffic in sight. 12
So,
o'clock, a mile and a half.
that's our friend Northwest Orient, by the way.
Echo, you still have that traffic in sight. 12 o'clock in a mile now. 948 Echo, regional.
Uh-oh. That was getting
9480 Echo, regional.
ultra loud again, so maybe switching over to that legacy mode is
separation from the traffic.
not really going to do anything for us.
Separation from traffic.
Darn it.
Regional approach November 332, Mike on the ground.
Certified Redneck, you are very, very welcome. And I'm assuming you're one of the controllers.
November 332.
Please pass along to the rest of the crew how much we all appreciate it.
121.7.
It's a ton of fun having a midweek
121.8.
GA event with such outstanding ATC, so much appreciated, sir.
Regional approach Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra level at 3,500.
Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra, regional approach, Dallas level, altimeter
All right, we do not want to get too far south here because we've got a fairly major Class Bravo airspace that we're fiddling around with here, so about 290 is as far as we want.
429 Charlie Foxtrot, additional traffic, 11 o'clock, 10 miles northbound, 1,500, type unknown.
Well, we will certainly be back around, Certified Redneck.
Looking 429 Charlie
We are always looking for places to fly and
Looking 429 Charlie Fox.
guys that want to hop on and do some ATC for us VFR, for us propeller heads.
Charlie, last aircraft calling second.
Certainly is a lot of fun, especially with a complicated Bravo airspace like you guys have down here. It's really a good learning experience.
429 Charlie Fox has a field in sight. We're still looking for that traffic.
So hopefully,
429 Charlie Foxtrot,
hopefully it'll be entertaining and just the right amount of challenge for you guys as well.
3-4 departure. I'm sorry, the runway 16 departure and in contact in tower 119.
So we really have to be paying attention here because of incoming and departing traffic.
7.
So,
Correction, 9 or 5, right?
Certified Redneck, what happens to me for some reason is I get a really, like, it almost gets caught in a feedback loop and it gets super, super loud. So I went back in X-Pilot and I've selected the narrow VHS frequency, which is titled Legacy, hoping that it'll put it back to where I had it before, which I'd had that problem fairly well fixed. But there's two options now in that in that X-Pilot client, and the one that it switched to in the last update, it went back to that same kind of overly loud feedback loop kind of glitch. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, little prayer said that
November 2 Mike readback is correct. Give me 1 second.
It'll fix things. So yeah, I don't know how it sounds on your end, but I still think it sounds pretty good on my end.
Sir, 2 Mike runway 18 taxi Alpha Bravo 1, getting altimeter 2975 and 26012. Alright, 0 Echo, proceed direct in.
Oh, good deal, good deal.
9480 Echo, please pay attention to the radio, sir. Proceed to directed Denton.
Proceed directed Denton.
I don't mind the new frequency sound. Here's what it sounds like. I don't know if
Regional approach 7544 Yankee back with you on 060 heading.
7544 Yankee.
this is what they call the wide VHF sounds like.
November 11816 traffic 2 o'clock. Correction 1 to 2 o'clock. 6 miles of Bonanza 3000 northwestbound.
Okay, we're looking for the traffic November 816. So, I mean, it has a deeper sound.
November 41 Romeo, turn 15 degrees left, vector sequence into Denton. Traffic 11 o'clock, 7 miles, northbound 3000 Bonanza.
But it just blows my eardrums out about every 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, November 41 Romeo, turn 15 degrees left, traffic 11 o'clock, 6 miles, Bonanza, northbound 3000.
Trying to pick up that traffic. I don't see it yet. He may end up being a factor, though.
314, correction, November 341 Alpha, regional.
341 Alpha, go ahead.
341 Alpha, turn 15 degrees left, vector sequence into Denton, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, Bonanza, 3000 northbound.
Okay, 15 to the left, and we have the traffic in sight, 341 Alpha.
41 Alpha, that's going to be your traffic to follow. Follow him, maintain visual separation from the traffic.
Okay, we'll follow him and maintain visual step, 341 Alpha.
And November 8 Hotel Sierra, flighting 230 vectors, sequence into Denton.
230, 8 Hotel Sierra.
We do have DTO Tower. I should probably get that set here. It's 1995. Have that ready here. Well, we're not going to quite have enough.
November 8 Hotel Sierra, turn additional 10 degrees left vectors for that sequence. Traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles, turning northbound of Bonanza, correction, a DC3 at 2,500.
Roger, 10 degrees left, we have the traffic in sight, 8 Hotel Sierra.
November 8 Hotel Sierra, maintain visual separation from the traffic, follow him.
All right, we'll follow him, 8 Hotel Sierra.
I still have not picked up that traffic myself. JPC, 3 months, Tier 1 sub, man. Appreciate it, buddy. And you've organized another good event here, by the way. Having all kinds of fun.
November 80 Echo, are you direct Denton Airport?
Denton for us is just across the lake here, Lake Louisville, which
November 80 Echo, regional approach.
don't see just yet.
Roger, I could,
There's a
direct
few
them
clouds
to-
popping in here.
Pattern. Correction, November 332, Mike, fly runway heading. Correction, fly heading 120, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
I'm assuming, based on the picture I see on my flight display and the fact that I don't see any lights ahead of me, that I'm coming up on that lake that I need to be finding here, Lake Louisville. And again, like I say, pretty much right across the way. Well, there's a little bit of the town of Denton, and then right to the west of Denton, can't be more than about 4 or 5 miles away from the lake, there is the airfield. Denton Enterprise. It's got parallel north-south runways. Picking up a sub from somebody there. Hey, Certified Redneck. Sorry, not a sub, a follow. Appreciate you clicking on that follow button, man. Welcome to Prop Culture. Welcome officially.
November 341 Alpha, turn left heading.
Good to have you along.
15 degrees left.
Nice to make a new friend.
Coming off McKinney.
Roger, 15 to the left, 341 Alpha.
332 Mike. Contact regional departure.
Regional approach, Skymaster 86435, we have the field.
86435, roger, contact Den Tower 119.95.
1995 so long, Skymaster 435.
Hey, Chili Willie's checking in.
332 Mike off from McKinney, climbing to 3,000, leaving
1,500
1,500
now. Will,
adding
good to see you.
332 Mike, regional departure, radar contact, maintain.
To formally welcome you to Propeller Heads, my man.
That's going to be your final.
Right up to 4,000.
We're down here horsing around in the Dallas-Fort Worth area tonight. We've got full ATC coverage, if you can believe it.
Mike, traffic 2 o'clock.
We're doing some VFR flight following.
DC3, 2,500.
Trying to get ourselves into Denton. We just departed from Tyler a little while ago. It's all part of the Virtual USA Flying Club's Texas Hoedown. And the Dallas-Fort Worth air traffic guys have been nice enough to come on and
7544 Yankee,
give us some ATC, so it's been a ton of fun.
Left 360, November 7544 Yankee.
Hey, take 6.
Echo,
how are you, man?
Turn left heading 0, correction, turn left heading 270.
Oh, we've got a raid.
Traffic 11
Chili Willie.
6 miles, Cessna 2,400 to report.
Bringing the flock with him. How's it going, everybody? So nice of you.
Air 80 Echo, roger. You were supposed to follow him, sir. Follow that traffic exactly. Contact Den Tower 119.
Nope, it's not me he's trying to follow because I'm kind of all over the place.
119.95.
I've done a halfway decent job of holding the course. It is going fantastic, Will. Thanks. For those of you that just came over in Chili Willie's stream, we're doing an event with a group called the Virtual USA Flying Club. So I want to first of all give a shout out to them. Jet Pilot Cinnamon, you may have heard of him. He's kind of the founding member of this club, and he's arranged a VFR event that he calls the Texas Hoedown. And we've had top to bottom essentially ATC coverage for this entire event. So you got to think about that. A midweek GA event that's heavily VFR flight following, and these guys from the Fort Worth Air Traffic Association are staffing it up for us. So it's been a ton of fun. We just departed probably 40 minutes ago out of Tyler, Texas, and we're just about to make our way into Denton Enterprise.
And then number 2 Mike, still on the heading 120.
We are on VATSIM. And probably wouldn't hurt me at all to get some
Mike, turn right to right-hand turn heading
information
300.
here. Looks like 177 is going to be our approach course. So I wonder if I can get that.
Turn heading 300 over 2 Mike.
Spun around here like I need to. Going the long way around, of course, like I always do. 177, just for a little visual reference. I'm anticipating left traffic pattern into either 18 or 17. I appreciate all the new follows, guys, and I'm apologizing I can't really thank you properly.
10 miles, turn west,
trying to find this airfield. I think I may have found it. It's great to have some new friends, and welcome everybody to Propeller Heads. Welcome to Prop Culture.
One 1816 airport, 12 o'clock and 10 miles. Port the airport site. Additionally, traffic 11 o'clock And 900 miles, a Baron 3,300. Looks like he's on the downwind for runway 16.
All right, November 816 has the field. We do not have the traffic.
11816 Roger. Contact Denton Tower 119.905 and advise that controller when you have the traffic flight.
Okay, we will contact Tower 1995 and we'll advise him when we have the traffic inside. Appreciate the ATC. We'll see you.
And we'll see you. November 514 Delta.
Runway 18, clear land.
So 514 Delta Victor. That is
Can I get a
the.
message from the Room 948 Circle Denton Tower?
That's the guy we're looking for here, guys. He's a little up
429
above
Charlie
us.
Foxtrot traffic off your nose to the left is turning southeastbound. I don't know what he's doing. He's off your left wing now.
We're looking. We're going to get down to 500, and the request is for taxiway Alpha for a full stop.
39 Charlie Foxtrot, are you able to...
Oh gosh!
This is number 948 Circle.
Wow. So that's that glitch that I have. I don't know if anyone else has that happen, but
9 Charlie Foxtrot, wind calm.
oh my goodness!
And landing on
I would
taxiway
appreciate
Alpha.
any suggestions around fixing that.
49 Charlie Fox.
I had it fixed on the old version, but we'll talk about that more later.
We'll go.
Tower Saratoga 3270 Zulu over Justin 2000 inbound with the weather.
22 Delta, traffic off your nose to the left is a Piper Archer. Altitude indicates 1,600. He's turning final now. 2822 Delta.
I need to get checked in here.
22 Delta, we couldn't get a transmission in, but we're right downwind runway 18.
2822 Delta, make left. Turn your left base now.
Well, I'm hoping he has just one over the top of us here.
10 Tower November 0 Delta Whiskey 3500, full stop.
Can I get a message from the Room 948 Circle, please? Denton Tower.
Remember 800 Delta Whiskey, Denton Tower, enter right downwind runway 18.
Right downwind 18, sir.
Right downwind, okay.
Number 253 Papa Bravo. Are you on my frequency still?
We are with you, November 3 Papa Bravo, right downwind 18.
Alright, November 253 Papa Bravo, wind calm runway 18, clear to land.
Forte room, Victor's clear of 18 Alpha 4 for US.
Can I get a mic check from the Room 948 Zero Collective Groups for clearance to land on runway 18 Denton Tower?
253 Papa Bravo, you turning final?
Affirm, we're turning to final, November 3 Papa Bravo.
I don't know where the traffic is here. We're going to go right over the field.
Your number 2, traffic is a
Looks like we are right-hand traffic pattern anyway, so we've got some time.
Base to final right now, 22 dozen. 10 Tower number 9, Whiskey 5 Northwest.
Zulu over Justin 2000 inbound with the weather.
48 Charlie, minimal time on the runway traffic is
The worst part of that is when it starts, I have no way to stop it. I can't cancel, I can't.
And Tower,
That's frustrating.
number is about 6 miles to the east, inbound full stop, runway 18.
Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, if anybody has...
253 Papa Bravo, go around.
November 3 Papa Bravo, go around.
Goodness gracious. Denton Tower, Robin, November 11816, we're overflying the field at 2,500, requesting full stop.
November 124, Mike Charlie, you ready to go?
We're ready for Mike Charlie.
November 124 Mike Charlie, wind calm, make right crosswind departure, runway 18 clear for takeoff.
Right crosswind 18, clear for takeoff.
You can hear me 3 times. Okay, that's...
Tower, do you hear me? November 9480, could be contacting you 10 times.
Dude.
Yes, I hear you. Stand by. I'm very busy.
Relax, yep. He is super busy.
514 Delta Victor, you're on frequency.
Affirmative, on left base 16.
Sir, 514 Delta Victor, make straight in runway 18, wind calm, runway 18, clear to land.
18 clear to land, 54 Delta Victor.
Now we're going to start our right downwind.
November 9480, cool.
For 286 Alpha Charlie, are you able to fly direct towards
We may have
airport
to
right now?
extend this a little bit here, but
Yep, I can turn it right
so
now.
be it. We need to get down to traffic pattern here, which is 1,700.
Sir, 22 Delta, turn right immediately.
Turn right immediately, 22 Delta.
Sir, 22 Delta, turn right immediately.
6 Alpha Charlie is turning inbound direct Denton.
All right, here we go. It's madness. Love it.
820 Whiskey, turn base now.
Love it.
November 0 Delta Whiskey, we'll short approach.
Short approach,
Number 4 Delta Victor, continue runway 18 and cancel landing clearance.
We'll cancel landing clearance, continuing for 18, 5 for Delta.
All right, there's an inbound traffic.
Then Tower, Saratoga 70 Zulu is over, Justin 2000 circling, inbound to land with the weather.
November 816, make your base turn now.
Base turn now, November 816. All right, here we go,
286
guys.
Alpha Charlie, traffic off your nose to your right. Altitude indicates
I don't know what runway we're getting, but we got to get down and we got to get slowed down.
Got the traffic. 6 Alpha Charlie.
Number 286 Alpha Charlie, make one left, 360.
We're turning left 360.
There we go.
6 Alpha
All right. This will be interesting, boys. Put a notch of flaps in.
Number 253 Pop Bravo, enter right downwind, runway 18.
Right downwind 18.
We're going to assume 18. That's the longer of the two.
10 turn number 9198 Whiskey 5 Northwest. Denton Tower, November 8630 Papa.
Okay, nobody out there.
Number 124. November 124 Mike Charlie, are you flight following?
Hey, firm. We
were
Okay.
124 Mike Charlie, contact departure.
Down to where we need to be here. And make our final.
Tower 5 4 Delta Victor, confirm landing clearance, please.
Who is that calling?
514 Delta Victor, short final.
514 Delta Whiskey,
Delta Victor.
correction, Delta Victor, clear land.
18 clear to land, 5 4 Delta Victor.
816, make straight in, runway 18, runway 18, clear to land, one calm.
Straight in 18, clear to land, November 11816. All right. Not the best round out in the world, but I think we kind of have
You're making that 360, right?
everything under control
just
here.
swinging back around.
Actually end up a little bit low.
Right now, 6 Alpha Charlie.
6 Alpha Charlie, thanks, and make right base, runway 18, runway 18, clear to land, wind calm.
Right base, clear to land 186 Alpha Charlie. 10 Tower, Saratoga.
Well, this guy's juggling a lot of airplanes right now, doing a good job.
The weather, circling.
Doing a really good job. Okay, second notch coming in. Landing lights are on. Altimeter is set.
918 Whiskey, you're on frequency.
Affirmative, 5 Northwest.
Let's see how we do here.
918 Whiskey, roger. Continue inbound and make straight in runway 18, wind calm.
Straight in 18, 98 Whiskey.
253 Papa Bravo, continue on the downwind, I'll call you base.
Returning downwind, November 2, Papa Bravo.
Tower Lynn, 142 Zulu is on heading 360, level 3,500 VFR.
3589er Echo, continue hold short runway 18.
Hold short runway 18, Echo.
919er 8 Whiskey,
Oh,
slow
there's
to
some
final,
trees here.
traffic off your nose.
Hello, Mr. Trees.
He's turning base to final, is a Piper Archer, altitude indicates 1,600.
We're slowing up, we have them in sight, we'll follow 98 Whiskey.
908 Whiskey, roger. Maintain visual separation with the traffic, that's your sequence, and if you have to, you can square up to a base now.
Alright, we're doing that. We're scoring up to
All right.
follow the Archer United West.
115, not bad, not bad.
253, Papa Bravo, I still need you to fly northbound, sir. You're on the
We
downwind.
need to get off this runway here, so let's do that.
I am still in downwind, November 3 Papa Bravo.
November 3
Everything's
Papa
off
Bravo,
the
I don't know what
left
keeps
here.
happening, but when you get a beam to the airport, you start turning like 10 or 20
Oh,
degrees
boy.
towards the final. I need you to go back
Hello.
to you're heading northbound.
If there's one thing that I could say about this plane that I don't like,
Whiskey, you're number
it's
2, following that
the,
Piper Archer, when calm
the
runway 18
lighting
clear to land.
here.
18 clear to land, number 2 behind the Archer United West.
979er Kilo Bravo on frequency.
But, alright.
9 Kilo Bravo, we're at 3,000
Let me get,
979er Kilo Bravo, Roger. Are you straight? Are you, you're full stop?
Yeah, we're looking for a midfield overfly direct to the helipad. 9 Kilo Bravo, we're
really just need to get kind of back in line here, but I think what we'll do, I think we're going to go over the ground, because we do have ground. 2395.
9 Kilo Bravo.
253 Papa Bravo.
He's way too busy with his approaches to worry about handing me off, so I think it's a reasonable
Phase and clear to land, November 3 Papa Bravo.
assumption that we'll be talking to ground. And I just need to figure out where we're at. At Denton Ground, hello, November 11816. We're clear, runway 18. Just need to taxi into the nearest hangars and reset our flight plan.
November 11816, Denton Ground, good evening. Taxi to the ramp ahead of you via Alpha 3 Echo, and then you can contact me.
Alpha 3 Echo, and then we'll give you a call, November 11816.